Good morning, you are watching NEWSi 24/7. Today's headlines are: President for protecting, granting women's property rights. As per Islam President Dr. Arif Alvi on Friday urged the need of taking steps for protecting and granting women's property rights, as envisaged by Islam, in order to create an inclusive and egalitarian society. He said that an awareness campaign was needed to educate the people about women's rights and called upon the ulama and media to play their role in this regard. Referring to the Enforcement of Women's Property Rights Act, 2020, the President hailed the piece of legislation as a positive step in granting women their rights and underlined the need for uniform laws in all provinces. He was chairing a meeting about women empowerment, here at the NEWSi. Minister for Economic Affairs, Omar Ayub Khan, Parliamentary Secretary for Law and Justice Division, Ms. Malika Bukhari and senior government officials attended the meeting. The President said that the Enforcement of Women Property Rights Act, 2020 offered an effective and speedy grievance redressal mechanism under which any woman deprived of ownership of property or possession of her property may file an appeal to the Ombudsman. He also underscored the need of using the alternate dispute resolution, aid mechanism for resolving women's property issues. The President also emphasized the need for streamlining the projects related to women empowerment. Financial inclusion of women was of paramount importance for empowering them in true spirit, and they needed to be educated about the available loans and other facilities being offered through the AZAS program and the State Bank of Pakistan, he added. Omar Ayub Khan briefed the President about various multilateral and bilateral fundings and loans being given by the World Bank, Asian Development Bank and countries to Pakistan for women. The President appreciated the international organizations and countries for their financial support in this regard. Afghanistan's changed reality requires changes in world's outlook. PM Prime Minister Imran Khan was told on Friday that the distribution process of 40 million Shahat Insaf cards across all 36 districts of Punjab would start in December 31st this year and complete by March next year. The Prime Minister, who was chairing a meeting to discuss the distribution of Shahat Insaf cards in Punjab, was also told that a massive awareness campaign would also be held to ensure better utility of the health insurance facility. Special assistants to PM Dr. Faisal Sultan and Dr. Shahbaz Gill, Punjab Health Minister Dr. Yasmin Rashid, KP Health Minister Tamer Salim Jagra, and other senior officers attended the meeting. The Prime Minister directed the authorities concerned to utilize all out resources for effective execution of the project. Calling Shahat Insaf card a milestone achievement of the incumbent government, the Prime Minister said the universal health coverage was a key component of the government's vision. The provision of quality healthcare to the poor was not only the government's responsibility, but also the manifestation of government's priorities, he added. He viewed that the health insurance would not only extending quality healthcare to the people, but also bringing about a boom in private hospitals. The Prime Minister instructed the health ministers that besides ensuring uniform health facilities to the poor, they should also set up a mechanism for proper guidance of the beneficiaries, particularly the illiterate ones. He also called for making the beneficiaries' feedback a permanent feature of the program to address the shortcomings without delay. The Prime Minister also instructed for setting up special cells at federal and provincial levels to achieve effective implementation of the project. Distribution of 40 meters Shahat cards across Punjab from December 31st. PM told Prime Minister Imran Khan was told on Friday that the distribution process of 40 million Shahat Insaf cards across all 36 districts of Punjab would start in December 31st this year and complete by March next year. The Prime Minister, who was chairing a meeting to discuss the distribution of Shahat Insaf cards in Punjab, was also told that a massive awareness campaign would also be held to ensure better utility of the health insurance facility. Special Assistants to PM Dr. Faisal Sultan and Dr. Shahbaz Gill, Punjab Health Minister Dr. Yasmin Rashid, KP Health Minister Tamer Salim Jabra, and other senior officers attended the meeting. The Prime Minister directed the authorities concerned to utilize all out resources for effective execution of the project, calling Shahat Insaf Card a milestone achievement of the incumbent government. The Prime Minister said the universal health coverage was a key component of the government's vision. The provision of quality healthcare to the poor was not only the government's responsibility, but also the manifestation of government's priorities, he added. He viewed that the health insurance would not only extending quality healthcare to the people, but also bringing about a boom in private hospitals. The Prime Minister instructed the health ministers that besides ensuring uniform health facilities to the poor, they should also set up a mechanism for proper guidance of the beneficiaries, particularly the illiterate ones. He also called for making the beneficiaries' feedback a permanent feature of the program to address the shortcomings without delay. The Prime Minister also instructed for setting up special cells at federal and provincial levels to achieve effective implementation of the project. Preventive measures to ease handling of over 90% oral diseases. President Dr. Arif Alvi Friday called for educating the people on oral hygiene as preventive measures and timely advice to ease handling of over 90% oral and dental diseases. The President expressed these views during a briefing on dental welfare complex and mobile dental clinic at Iwani Sodhir. Chairman Pakistan Dental Association Welfare Complex Comet Dorp, Gujranwala, Dr. Hassan Bashi Basra, Vice President Operations, Clear Path Orthodontics, Ami Collard, Lady Vice President of Pakistan Dental Association Comet Dorp, Gujranwala, Dr. Aisha Imran, Vice President PDA, Gujranwala, Dr. Rizwan Asser and other members of PDA Gujranwala attended the meeting. Chairman Dorp, Gujranwala Dr. Hassan Bashi Basra briefed the meeting about the complex and mobile dental clinic established in Gujranwala. It was informed that the mobile clinic would be equipped with the latest medical equipment and would provide cost-effective dental and oral health services to the poor and the underprivileged sections of society. It was apprised that mobile dental units would also help in addressing dental problems and providing preventive treatment to the patients living in remote areas of the country. The President appreciated PDA Gujranwala for their philanthropic spirit and highlighted the need for the local manufacturing of dentistry-related equipment in Pakistan to provide cost-effective solutions to the people. Earlier, the President also inaugurated the Dental Welfare Complex and mobile dental clinic which would provide treatment to the deserving patients in Gujranwala. Pakistani stalls showcase export-oriented products at China ASEAN Expo. Pakistani traders and businessmen showcased marble, wood handicrafts, carpets, leather garments and other products of the country at 18th China ASEAN Expo started in Nanning, China on Friday. Pakistan, with an exhibition area of 81 square meters, has set up a pavilion as well as 24 booths to showcase its national image and display its products to further promote its exchange and cooperation with China and ASEAN countries. Pakistan ambassador to China, Moinul Haq visited different stalls and talked with the Pakistani businessmen and buyers. Talking to APP, he said that the China ASEAN Expo will serve as a platform to boost in-depth development of China-Pakistan cooperation and all-weather strategic partnership of cooperation. He said that like previous year, Pakistan is participating in this year's Expo as a special partner country this year too, adding, Pakistan attended the 17th Expo with the same honorary title and set up its pavilion and booths to promote its products. Pakistan, he said, is one of the countries along the Belt and Road, and a geographical neighbor to the ASEAN countries. For many years, Pakistan has actively joined the Expo, through which to enhance its exchange and cooperation with China and other countries along the Belt and Road. He said that China's ASEAN countries have population of over 2 billion people and more than $18 trillion economy, which provides good platform to expand its trade with these countries. Ambassador Haq said that Pakistan's textile sector has complete supply chain system and agriculture sector make it more competitive country in the world. The government is also focusing on the value addition of these sectors, which would help in promoting exports. Pakistan is the fourth largest milk producing country, and now we are paying attention to produce value. Spain to closely work with Pakistan on Afghan peace. Region's future Foreign Minister of Spain José Manuel Alves on Friday said his government would closely work with Pakistan on efforts towards peace in Afghanistan and for the region's future. We want to work very closely with Pakistan, with a promise for the betterment of the region's future, the Spanish foreign minister said in a joint press conference with Foreign Minister Mahmoud Qureshi. The foreign minister of Spain arrived here this morning to exchange views with the leadership on the latest developments in Afghanistan and ways to strengthen bilateral relations. The two foreign ministers led the delegation-level talks focusing on regional situation and diverse areas of cooperation between their countries. Foreign Minister Alves said Spain acknowledged the leverage of Pakistan on Afghanistan, and therefore desired to maintain a close collaboration with it. We both want the same thing: peace and stability in Afghanistan, he said. The Spanish FN said his government would ensure the humanitarian assistance to reach the people of Afghanistan, adding that for this, no condition would be made. The aim of the Spain government is to ensure that the population of Afghanistan gets humanitarian assistance immediately, he said. He expressed hope that there would not be a spillover crisis in the region. Foreign Minister Qureshi said as part of Pakistan's efforts to improve situation in Afghanistan, he held 24 interactions with his counterparts during last 3 weeks, and visited 6 regional countries since August 16th. Also, Prime Minister Imran Khan held interaction with 13 global leaders on issue of Afghanistan. He said Pakistan wanted the international community to remain engaged to achieve the common objectives of peace, stability and prosperity in Afghanistan. Which becomes Pakistan Cricket's healthcare partner. The partnership will cover international tours by New Zealand, England, men's and women's, West Indies and Australia, besides men's and women's domestic events. PCB Chief Executive Wasim Khan said on Friday, the partnership with SCNCH was a matter of immense satisfaction and pride for PCB. Over the years, the Shaukat Cayman had established itself as one of the best performing trusts in the country, and its quality of service was known world over, especially for the poor and underprivileged. Besides their charity work, the hospital also provides world-class healthcare services, which will surely benefit our players and support staff throughout the upcoming season of international and domestic cricket. Shaukat Cayman Hospital had been a great help for us with regards to COVID-19 testing throughout the last cricket season. As we enter another action-packed and hectic cricket season, we would need to provide the best healthcare facilities to our players and support staff. And with Shaukat Cayman Hospital on board, we are fully prepared and ready to take on the challenge. Acting so Dr. Mohammed Azim Yusuf, Shaukat Cayman Hospital had always been at the forefront of providing quality healthcare services in Pakistan. Cricket was the most admired and watched sport in Pakistan, and we are pleased to join hands with the PCB as its official healthcare partner. We have had a relationship with the PCB for over 2 decades, and this latest agreement serves to underline our commitment to the Good morning, you are watching NEWSi 24/7. Today's headlines are